Hello, hello, and welcome back as the team and I mourn the tragic loss of feminist, novelist, and philosopher Simone de Beauvoir in Perfidious Pete Plays XCOM The Long War. And I've got to admit to being especially bitter about the loss of Simone. And not just because her death came about largely as the result of some really bad game mechanics, but because it seems cruelly ironic that the author of She Came to Stay should fall after such a relatively brief tenure with the project. 18 missions for Simone, on which she racked up a not unimpressive 23 kills. But I still feel like her career should have been longer. She came to stay. She should have been with us until the end. Especially if the bad game mechanics weren't a problem. But then again, perhaps, in some small way, maybe Simone did come to stay now that I think about it. She was, after all, living on borrowed time for most of the mission anyway, and evidently, Death works on a loan shark sort of business model, lending extra time only to snatch it away at the least convenient moment and at a hugely usurious and salt-inducing rate of interest. But, federal lending standards violations aside, Simone is once again gone from the earth, and nothing we can do can change that. But I guess if nothing else, she has at least gained some first-hand insight into whether her friend Sartre was correct in his claim that hell is other people. Me? For my dollar, I'm of the opinion that hell is the line-of-sight bullshit buggery that the game keeps taking advantage of to kill my soldiers, but I could be wrong. I'm just an idiot who plays video games on the internet. But we have to say farewell to Simone, regardless of my idiocy, and we will bid her a fond farewell, and rest assured, Simone, that I will do my level best to avenge your death, and do know that in my book, you'll always be number one. I mean, you're definitely not going to be number one on the scoreboard at the end of the game, because you're dead, and living troopers, all of them, no matter, how incompetent, like J. Robert Oppenheimer, they're still going to outscore you, but you're number one in my book, Simone. Number one in my book. And speaking of vengeance, I think there's nothing more to do here. We have no other base maintenance or anything. Let's get up to mission control and see if we can find ourselves a mission, because I really would like to kick some aliens right in their little alien dicks for the buggery they pulled on that last episode. It was really quite gamey, and I'm still pretty damn salty about it, even though it's been a day since I actually recorded that. Aliens wasting no time, giving me my chance for dick kicking, so you know what? Let's kick somebody into dick. Semtex, 9 kills, my best pilot. I want this guy kicked square in the crotch. Right in his little gray dangling nutsack. Or whatever the hell color aliens' nutsacks might be. I'm guessing gray, says sectoids look like the only ones who might even consider having actual junk. Whatever their junk is and whatever color it is, the thing remains that I want them kicked right the fuck in it. That's what I want. So small UFO down, minimal damage for Semtex Cato. That's a pretty solid intercept, and that means Cato he's right up there at the top of our list for potential first Firestorm candidate. With 10 kills, he might be our leading pilot now. We are going to need to put together a team Riparian, because it's always Riparian. It's either this or the friggin' farm every time. Alright, well, we know this map inside and out with Riparian. I mean, it's every small UFO is on one of 3 maps, despite the fact that there are definitively more than 3 small UFO maps, so let's put together a team, and as this is a small UFO, and we do have a covert operation still coming up in the next couple days, I think we've got to go sort of with a budget team, if you will. Let's see what we can do as far as making that happen. Team budget, who's going to be on board? Sniper, I would like. We need an officer of some variety, though. We can't do this without an officer. You know what? Do we have any officer promotions available? Let's go check that very quickly. I do want to look into officer promotions, because if we have some, we need to get them out of the way, if only so I can get some more low-ranking officers. I have no lieutenant billets. I have 2 major billets. I've got to have somebody who can be a major, right? Helen Deadeye Keller can absolutely be a major. Excellent. Bonus kill EXP is good. You know what? So Shall You Fight is vastly better than Into the Breach. So, yes, accept that. Helen Deadeye Keller with those cold, dead eyes. And not just because they don't work, but because she is a ruthless, brutal, unrepentant killer. possibly the most dangerous woman in XCOM, and I say that possibly because Mary Prometheus Shelley is the only person who might even theoretically give her a run for her money. We can't even take Van Dorn into the bigger billet? Really? We have no one else who's eligible for a promotion? It's just Helen Keller. Alright, well, that should have opened maybe a lieutenant billet for us. It did not. Do we have a lot of... Can we buy more billets? Hold on, let's go to the OTS for a second. We don't have enough cash for regimental officers. Interesting. Well, this is something we'll have to consider maybe saving a few of our pennies for. I keep forgetting to buy the officer upgrades, because by and large, once you get the command ability and Stay Frosty, you have all the best ones anyway. I mean, some of the other ones are sort of useful, but... Let's get to the crash site, back in. We'll have to find... Alright, we're going to have to rustle up some kind of officer. I don't want to take Helen Keller, because we're going to need her for something way more important. She is definitively off the list. I'd rather not tank Franklin Roosevelt. I'm going to have to do it. Yeah, I'm going to have to do it. Alright. You're really, really grinding the salt into the wound with this, XCOM. That's all I'm going to say. First, you kill Simone de Beauvoir in what was, frankly, some real bullshit line-of-sight mechanic action. And then, this. Yeah, you know what? I'm not even going to talk about it. I really don't care. You're going to make me do it, and I'm not even going to acknowledge the fact that you make me do it, because when I'm salty about it, it just makes you want to do it all the more. That's what it does. And you know what? I'm not going to encourage that kind of asinine behavior, XCOM. I'm just not going to encourage it. Marie Antoinette Baker, also off the table. Shock Attack Zulu, He needs to be psychically active, Shaka Zulu. We actually need to get him in a tube. If only so he can use a neural gun link. At either rate, I can't send him on this mission. Thomas All Seasons More. You don't have a double shot ability, do you? You do not, but you're on the way to getting it. You do have heat ammo. You're gonna have to be good enough, St. Thomas. Even though you're good enough is probably not gonna be good enough. This is just a small UFO mission. We just fought every difficult pod in the universe. There can't be, on this mission, multiple pods that are gonna require heat ammo. I'm done seeing double mechtoids for a little while, I damn well hope. So we've got an officer, we've got a gunner. Let's get a sniper because we are gonna need one. It's not gonna be anybody good, it's just gonna be like a sniper. We got Broadside Custer. Annette, you need to be in for psychic training basically immediately. We could do Fatima and Bam Margera here. That's not a bad idea. I think we maybe send those guys in, even though they are only Lance Corporals, which is sad. Although this, if we send the double twins here, the double mint twins out, not only will they double our pleasure and double our fun, they'll also likely double our levels. I'm pretty sure those guys are gonna go, but is it? It's Custer or who? It's either like Custer or Marconi. They're really our only choices. Custer is higher rank, and we could use another high-level sniper, so I guess Custer's gonna get the call on this one. Even though he oftentimes has trouble hitting the broadside of a barn, and thus his nickname. This is just a small UFO, after all, but we're getting real ghetto on this mission. Especially if we take the double mint twins. We're gonna be in a real ghetto area. We're gonna be bottom of the barrel. Maybe we send Elvis? Simply for a little psychic EXP? Or do we want to keep Elvis? Because we've got not just... No, we don't normally take... I was gonna say, we do have an extraction mission coming up, but it's probably gonna be a 4-man, and we don't normally take a medic. And by normally, I mean we don't take medics. But then again, one of the double mint twins is a medic, and that's gonna sort of co-opt his fun. Alright, well, let's get Bam Margera and Tisiphone here into the mix. Scout and Assault are going to eat up at least one suit of my Titan armor, so you know what, guys? You're going to have to, sorry, make do with a little Aegis armor here. Motion Tracker, Med Kits, Gauss Rifle, that's got Saeed ready, and his little sister. I'm assuming she's younger. She just seems a little less mature. Don't know why I would assume she's younger, but I get kind of like a protective older brother vibe from old Bam Margera there. So let's get her kitted out, Aegis armor for her, and for Fatima it's more of a speed issue. We also would like to give her a Gauss carbine, but somebody, Oppenheimer, is already sort of taking advantage of that and has gainsayed Fatima her normal weapon. So it's just a regular Gauss rifle for her, which sucks because her aim is trash. So that leaves us 3 slots, one of which has to go to a scout because we don't have one. And the other 2, which are probably going to go to maybe some ghetto assault team. Man, this mission's real bad. We got a lot of not fantastic shit happening here. Do I not have... We got to get some more scouts. We've got Harold and Thomas Edison. That's it. When do we have another scout coming back on duty? Because we got an extraction mission. 14 hours for pancakes. That's good. 5 hours for Ava Perone. And, okay, Virginia Big Bad Wolf is in a 2, but only for a day. So I guess we're going to have to send Atlas King on this one. We may be overcommitting a little bit, but you know what? Having Atlas King on the mission and psychically active is actually not a terrible idea. We can have Atlas in here equipped with our shadow device. He can make this work. All right, so Titan armor. Go with a little bit of Gauss rifle for Atlas King. It's the preferred weapon of the preferred killer. Atlas King and Madison both endorse. Highly endorse, by the way, the shadow device method, as well as the Gauss rifle method as opposed to the shotgun. Also, where the hell is my shadow device? Good. All right. Atlas and Madison ready to go forth and do battle. I'm not sending Teddy in the bench. We're going to need them for something more important, like maybe I don't know, HQ raid on Exalt once we finish our extraction. The War Dog we could send, despite the fact that in Titan armor he's going to be slower than molasses in January at the bottom of a well smeared across the witch's tit. We could send the Great One. She hasn't been on a mission yet, and she's actually not terrible. You know what? Yeah, we're absolutely going to do that. Catherine the Great, it's time for you to step up to the plate and prove that you are, in fact, great. It's also an opportunity for me to make a lot of pointless rhymes. Great. Fun fact, easy word to rhyme. Plate, date, fate, a lot of things rhyme with it. No, so who's going to be your backup? Am I really going to send her in with the War Dog? Especially if I'm going to give him Titan armor and an arc thrower, his movement's going to be like 2. Then again, what are my other options? Annie Firecracker Oakley, Ein Calamity Rand? I mean, this is not a who's who of gifted assault troopers, really. I guess it is going to be Ayn Rand. I apologize for exposing you to Ayn Rand, Catherine the Great. I legitimately feel bad anytime anyone is exposed to Ayn Rand, because she's fucking terrible. Don't read The Fountainhead. If you're considering it, don't do it. If you're considering seeing Atlas Shrugged, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't even watch the movie, in fact. Alright, so Ayn Rand, man, this team blows. We should also have somebody else sporting some Titan armor here. I'm thinking Bam Margera? I mean, he's a medic. It would be useful to make sure he stays alive. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, Bam Margera, get your Titan armor on since we got an extra suit. Plus, the white Titan armor makes you look like a stormtrooper, and I like that. Put your stormtrooper armor on, and I don't know, for the Emperor, go burn some babies or shoot some Jedi in the back, whatever the hell it is stormtroopers do when they're
Strike one. Prepare for
not
landing.
executing Order 66 or whatever the shit it is. Well, of course they are shooting Jedi in the back when they're executing Order 66, so
requested our help.
whatever it is they do the rest of the time when they're not killing Jedi, go do that. I don't know, probably oppressing the local populace of some small backwater planet like Tatooine.
Move to secure the area as quickly as possible.
Yeah, Operation Purple Giant. Thanks for naming the mission after a dick. The Purple Giant, by the way, is Bradford's favorite male porn star. They call him the Purple Giant. He's got a big dong. It's not really the most creative nickname. Porn names rarely are.
This is Big Sky.
Alright, well, we know the map we're on, because it's always this map. Where did we spawn in at? Did we come in the Garden Variety starting location?
Is authorized to assault the alien craft.
Looks like... not... sort of. So we're on the lower right edge of the map. That means we can go this way basically without fear. Alright, Tariq, give me a quick motion tracker just to make sure the area is clear. It is. Good.
On it.
Let's start creeping forward at our snail's pace because, well, we're going to be doing that. So, can there. Probably going to be a can up in this neighborhood. Might be a pod over here. Very low chance. This is going to be a small... This is going to be a small enemy count mission, I have a feeling. Every time we get this riparian map, it's like 6 dudes. So, Fatima... Alright, well, let's just have everybody come up here.
Stepping off.
We're just gonna... We can advance willy-nilly on this, which is good, because that means this mission's not gonna take 100 years. Even though we have the double mint... twins who are not exceptionally fast and also the slowest assault team in the history of assaults. Custer, we're going to have you heading over in this direction. Just for the flanking sniper action that we do love. Atlas King, the one man who actually is good at his job and also fast enough to get where he needs to be. Good God, our assault troopers are slower than dirt. I'm telling you, molasses in January smeared across the witch's tit. All the things that are cold and slow. Yeah, that's exactly what we've got going on. Although if you wanted to entice someone to, you know, suckle at your breast, smearing a little molasses on it probably would work. Do I want to deploy a battle scanner? We have mutons on this map for sure. Honestly, I think as long as we have motion trackers, battle scanners probably not that necessary. So let's just advance here. Is that the ship? That's the... Oh, where the fuck are we? Okay, we came in on this at a really weird angle. We came in where there is normally a pod, and whatever this is, there's a bunch of them. So they're right by the meld canister, which is where... ... Where's the meld canister? I can hear it, but I can't see. Why can't I see the meld canister? It can't be that far away from us. That should be... It's like right there, maybe? Alright, so... Step to here. Okay, shit, we spawned them. Alright, you know what? It's a pretty weak pod. 2 mutons, a couple floaters. This is not the end of the world. In fact, we can probably kill some of these guys from here. And worst case scenario, we just huddle up. We do have actually... Broadside has one very bad shot, but we're still going to take it. 61% if it hits, it's a dead man. It's General Broadside Custer, so I mean... Why would have assumed it might have hit something? I mean, that's just... That's my own stupidity right there. I shouldn't have made an assumption that it might connect. This is, I think, Shadow Device time. We just give the enemy nothing to do with their turn. So we're going to have everybody cluster up in as tight a group as we can get. Make sure that we can cover everyone with the Shadow Device. Assault troopers are going to be towards the front of the formation, just so that they're as close to the enemy as possible. We haven't already moved... Okay, I was going to say, if we already moved Atlas King, I'm an idiot, and this team is fucking dead. But we have not done that. So Fatima, forward. Atlas King, you gotta go last. St. Thomas More, you can move and shoot, so let's move you up and see if we can get a shot out of you. If we can, we're absolutely gonna take whatever your highest percentage shot is. 55, 55, 70. That's the one Custer can see. If you're gonna take a 70, take the one. Cannot move and fire this weapon. I gave you a support weapon, didn't I? Fantastic. You know what? Mind fray somebody then and get some psychic EXP. Preferably someone who is a threat to us, like this guy who might get a shot at George Custer if he moves. There you go. Good. So we got 1 damage and the Mind Fray. Tisiphone, you're fine. We can't have anybody going on Overwatch or anything because the Overwatch will counter the effects of the Shadow Device, and we don't want to do that. We should be able to cover everybody here. Let's make sure we can do that. Yes, everybody will be easily covered by the Shadow Device. This is good. Alright, let's make sure nobody's on Overwatch or anything stupid. In fact, let's have everybody hunker down. If you've already gone, and you're not Atlas King... Are you the only person left, Atlas? You are. Alright, we'll throw the Shadow Device then. Alright, Shadow Device away. This buys us a free turn. Aliens can suck it. All of y'all, by the way, y'all can suck it. Aliens, all of you can suck it. Atlas King better get cloaked. Okay, I was going to be real salty if for some reason he did not cloak up with the rest of the team. Speaking of cloaked, I like the fact that that guy was invisible for the 2 tiles it took him to move up a ramp. Because that's sensible. A lot of invisibility coming off of these tiles over here. And these guys are going to run right up on us. I don't object to that. Feel free. I mean, get as close as you want. I'll throw a grenade and kill as many of you as I can with a single blow. This also puts captures on the table. I like it. Okay, we could make some capture action happen here. Oh, shit. Alright, well, he's dead, so that's good, but the fact that that's gonna decloak her, yeah, that's... dangerous. Something we have to remember when invoking the Shadow Device henceforth. Make sure that the Shadow Device does not leave you close enough to the enemy that they can just run up and kill you. So, hollow targeting, that guy is done. Sir Thomas More's turn is finished. Broadside, what shots have you got? Double 61s, neither of which is particularly fantastic, but you got nothing else to do, so did get the hit. I can't complain too loudly or too long. I mean, I absolutely can and am likely to do so, but I shouldn't, I suppose. Oppenheimer, you got literally nothing to offer on this one, do you? I mean, you're completely worthless. We might have you command, actually. Ayn Rand does have hit and run, which we could theoretically make use of. I think first we're going to throw a grenade here, so... let's see if we can soften the enemy up with a little bit of grenade action. Alright, so Tisiphone, let's get you over here.
Position confirmed.
And yeah, we can suddenly see Johnny invisible back there. And we know there's an invisible guy over here as well. We're going to come over here, we're going to bank this grenade. Can I bank it off the rock to hit the floater as well? Nope. Alright. Well, let's just eradicate all of the cover in this zone then, and that should give us line of sight to the invisible muton back. Oh, he's not invisible, he's dead. Never mind. That did actually do a fantastic job of softening that guy up for a perfect capture opportunity. I like this. So we've got Alexieva. Tariq, can you kill, say, that guy? You get a 44% hit chance. God damn, you're a terrible shot. So we've got both of our assaults. Okay, Oppenheimer, can you not fuck me on this and just maybe hit one of these guys? Okay, good. That's literally your best performance to date. So Ayn Rand's going to come over. We're going to throw a cap at this muton. We got to remember that that guy is over there. Hit and run will not trigger on these guys because they are flying. We do need this guy dead, though. I think this is the more important shot, actually. Also, that guy may not count as flying because, yeah, he was actually on the ground and thus did not count as flying. So Ayn Rand's going to get a two-for opportunity here. One for the shooting, one for the stunning. Stun failed, which is hugely disappointing.
To use a real gun, sir.
You can get permission to use a real gun when you can pry it from my cold, dead fingers. Tariq. We got to know whether this thing's going to be alive or dead before we take any kind of stupid action. It's looking like alive is going to be the most likely scenario. We only have 2 people left. Trying a capture is going to be real risky. We will get a free shot out of this, though. Because, and I'm glad I did this, I'm glad I'm starting to mix this back up. This unit does not have hit and run. She has close combat. So this, as long as it's within 4 tiles, is always free, regardless of whether it's against a flying enemy or not. So that's done. That gets us a second stun attempt at a muton, and I would really like this to work because I need these weapons. There he is. Good. Beautifully done, guys. Alright, nicely executed, and that just means Atlas King is going to come forward and probably whip a battle scanner into that ship for us so we can find out what's left. I'm guessing a pair of outsiders, and if there is a pair of outsiders in there, we're going to kill them. We don't have to worry about capturing because our arc throwers are out of commission. So we should just set up, take them down, all the way to the mattress, mob boss style. We're going to the mattresses on this one. They're in actually a fantastic position for us to set up an assault, too. Custer, can you get a shot at them from where you're at? I gotta know. I gotta know.
Ready to engage.
Oh, Alanis Morissette, what happened to you? At one point, you were the world's darling, and then suddenly you fell apart and spent all of your time weeping on the floor in a tiny, tiny ball of awful. Can we actually capture this canister from this tile? Or is the incline gonna stop me?
Yes.
Oh, we can take it. 7 meld in the can. Catherine the Great's gonna reload her weapon. Oppenheimer, can you get up here without taking the stupidest path in the history of the universe and possibly popping this pod? You can. Good. Alright, excellent. I'm, for once, not hugely displeased with you. And you did hit that shot earlier when I said not to embarrass yourself. You did manage to refrain from embarrassing yourself, so credit where credit is due. You hit a routine shot on a badly wounded enemy and did manage to pick up a kill, so I shouldn't be overly critical, I suppose. I mean, I'm always going to be overly critical of you because you're you and I don't like Rocketeers, but Thomas More can't get there. That's fine. We have as many turns as we need to get this set up, and I'm in no rush here.
Moving out.
We'll absolutely take our time. That muton's not going anywhere. I mean, that guy's just going to sit there and take a nap. Although I gotta say, with this distortion field, you would think that perhaps the enemies might realize someone was taking cover behind this wall because they could see the giant distortion field protruding into their vessel. They should be like, hey, Phil, you see the weird sort of cloaking, glowing field over there? Have we always had that? Has that always been there? Because I don't remember that being there before. And the Phil should be like, oh no, dude, that's one of them side trooper things, man. I think we got side troopers, man. We got to set traps. That's exactly how that would go down. All right, so Ekaterina is walking on sunshine. Whoa, like, you know, Katrina and the waves are Katrina there also walking on sunshine.
I'm on the
Or nothing at all. Wonder if she can make love out of nothing at all.
back in.
I hope so. Making love out of nothing at all is the greatest skill a person can possibly have.
Got the cover.
Overwatch, then, I think, for the rest of the team. Custer can no longer see, but that's not going to be a problem in just a moment once we open this door.
I've got my eye. Ready to rock.
We should have had Oppenheimer steady his weapon, because theoretically we might need him to fire a rocket into this ship to destroy valuable components for no damned good reason, other than the fact that he's not so great at his job. Instead, we're just going to open the door with St. Thomas More, cross our fingers, and hope we don't need the rocket. If we need the rocket, though, we do have access to it. I don't really think we're going to need the rocket. Mostly because the rocket is not a precision weapon, and this is more of a situation since it's right next to a flight computer that calls for a little precision. Once we get rid of this cover, which we can do with precision with the grenade, J. Robert. Let's go ahead and eradicate this. All I care about is that the cover is gone, the cover is most assuredly gone, and now this is a shooting gallery. Can't miss shot for the broadside. Opens fire. Domed him. Nice critical. Okay, so Custer has come on. That puts him, he's what, like 2 for 3 on the mission. That's it's not among his best work, but it's journeyman level stuff right there. Ayn Rand, let's not fuck around. Let's just go in here with the run and gun and kill this guy. Alright, well, before we do that, let's make sure he does not have close encounters. Adaptive bone marrow, muscle fiber density. Good, okay. He's not a broken bullshit piece of crap. He's just your ordinary garden variety outsider, which means we walk in, put a shotgun in his mouth, and yank the trigger till he stops twitching. And, well, most of the twitching is over. Most of it, not entirely all of it. That's fine. We would like our other assault trooper to pick up our other kill if we can. Oppenheimer, go to hell. You are not getting a kill in this mission. You don't deserve a kill. You don't deserve a kill ever because you're terrible. Alright, the Great One going in to prove her greatness, and one and done. That's it. Gotta be in the mission. That's 8.
Objectives completed.
So Operation Purple Giant, the porn-named mission, a complete success, including a Muton live capture. Always a good day when you can bring home an alien plasma weapon. And we got through the mission without having to use really any of our dedicated troopers, except for Atlas King. I don't really care about who we committed on that mission. Nobody else was a major loss. Not like we're going to need any of those guys to do any serious work on difficult missions.
The aliens don't stand a chance.
Little salty nobody picked up a promotion, though. We had a couple of guys that were close. I was hoping Bam Margera and Tisiphone might pick one up, but no such luck. Alien rifle, alien grenade, 4 floater corpses, a muton corpse, a live muton, 19 Illyrium, 22 alloys, weapon fragments, meld. We did still manage to damage the flight computer somehow, despite the fact that I threw the grenade around it. You know what? I could blame Tisiphone on that one, but honestly, I don't give a shit. We have so many already that we're not currently using, it doesn't really matter. So let's get rid of this damaged junk. It is gone. We still don't have 400 credits. I'm debating selling some meld. You know what? Yeah, I think I am going to sell some meld. At least enough to get us to 400, which isn't going to be much. Let's go down to 570. That puts us over the mark. Let's go buy the regimental officer upgrade here. Oops, wrong thing. We got to go to the officer training school. We're going to purchase regimental officers. Yes, confirm. And that only leaves commanding officers as the last thing that we need. Can we do any other promotions then? Can I make someone a colonel? Anyone. Anyone at all. A colonel. Somebody. No colonels. Well, that was a worthwhile upgrade, but it did open 2 lieutenant billets, and I know for a fact we can promote some lieutenants. We have plenty of people who are ready to take the lieutenant's test. Shock Attack Zulu actually might be a good candidate for that. He really might. Marconi also not a terrible candidate for it. I do like making my snipers officers typically. Steve Lawsuit Jobs, not a fantastic candidate for it. You know what? Let's hold off on these lieutenant bumps for one particular reason. This way, next time we really need one on a mission, we'll have some open billets, and if we need a guy, we can just promote him to fill in for that one slot. I sort of like having my options open. I do. Both, you know, just from a general life choice and an XCOM. I like to keep my options open. I like to keep everything on the table. Not this episode, though. This one I'm going to close. I'm not keeping this shit open because it's done. If you enjoyed it, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Your support really does mean a lot to us. And if you'd like to see more XCOM, The Long War, you might keep your options open and subscribe. We post new episodes every single day, so options are open for you to maybe find a hint of amusement as my troopers suffer and die for your pleasure. Right now, however, thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Still salty about the Simone de Beauvoir thing, I'm not gonna lie.